Hey everybody. I hope your Tuesday is going well or whenever it is that you listen to this. So yesterday I put out a post with this kind of, hey, try encouraging somebody today, in this notion of, if we're trying to work on dealing with anger, irritated feelings, skepticism of the other, maybe encouragement is a possible way to disarm and bring goodwill and love into the world. And so I posted that really early in the day, and then I thought about it this morning. I said, how did I do in all of this? And it was I realized it's a little bit difficult to measure throughout the course of a day. And it started to get me thinking that there's all different ways in which we encourage people. We encourage people with our presence. We encourage people with our words. We encourage people by just being around, right? And so I wonder if all of you have thoughts about that. And if so, I would love to hear them. Like, what are the various ways that you do encourage people? What does that look like from one moment to the next? And then I wanted to add on, so our second point that we had on Sunday was to employ curiosity and wonder when listening to people, to ask more questions. And I realized, it's funny, I was checking out a post of some very brave friends of mine who are doing some really amazing work trying to build bridges and help kind of close the gaps between things that are happening in the world. And somebody jumped on their post. They just found those small words that they could take issue with and jumped on it. And then happily, in jumping on it, did end their comment with, "What's that about?" which I was really thankful for, because that gives the opportunity for somebody to say, "Oh, that's not what I meant," or "Here's what I was thinking," or just whatever. So I think it really does go back to this anger thing. A lot of people were really cynical and almost like skeptics of the possibility for a bridge to be built at all. And again, I think it's just part of the times that we're living in. It's really difficult for people to trust whatever feels like the other. And then take it out of the times that we live in and just experiencing life in general. The more that we get hurt, the more we feel guarded and we struggle to want to open ourselves up and connect with others. And I even think of my relationship with Dominic. Dominic and I have been married 21 years, and there came so many moments where we got right up to the brink and I said, I don't know if I want to do this. And it was a few years ago now. It was before the baby. The baby's almost 3. So maybe it was 4 years ago now. We went to marriage counseling. We didn't go because we were at the end. We went because we knew that we wanted to talk, right? That we knew we missed each other a lot. We wanted to improve our communication. And I drove by the building today that we used to go to, and I just smiled because it changed so much in our lives, right? We went in that office, and what we learned is that we did love each other. We just missed each other a lot, right? We would try to do something that was helpful, and it wasn't helpful, and it had built up a lot of anxiety. And certainly we do have ways in which we tick, right? And so a lot of hurt was there that we needed to sort of break down, let go of, and move forward. And it really made this huge difference. I just think of the way that we interact now and how much different it feels to me, how much I can look at him with this care and not with fear and not with hurt, not approach it always, but really just open up and say, so this is how I feel when you do that. So I'm kind of going off track a little bit, but not, because the reality was there was all this hurt in our relationship, and it made it difficult to trust. It made it difficult to want to open back up or feel like that was even possible. And I wonder if just in our lives in general, that's where we're at. We struggle to listen with that curiosity and that wonder of what could that become in you, and tell me more about that, and what would you need to take the next step, and really just build people up with this encouragement factor. They go together, this encouraging people and then listening with this building up sensibility. So I just want to put it out there for me as much as anybody, I don't think that I'm perfect at any of this. Like, I start every day and I end every night with this utopian view of what the world could be, and it breaks down so quickly because life throws curveballs, and I like my life to go a certain way. When it doesn't, I sort of get angsty. I get angsty. And so this is just as difficult for me, but maybe if we're in conversation together, maybe if we're reminding one another, maybe if we're practicing this with one another, it changes things. So I just want to throw it out there and keep talking about it. And if there are ways in which you want to talk about it, I'd be happy for those things to go in the comments and we could have a discussion there. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.